Hey beautiful Taurus souls, welcome back to the channel. I want you to grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, because what I am about to share with you today is going to give you so much clarity about what has been happening behind the scenes in your life. And trust me, the universe has been working overtime on your behalf. So here's what the cards are showing me today. We are going to talk about something that might sound absolutely wild at first, but the more I looked into the energy, the more everything started making sense. There is someone in your life, or maybe multiple people, who have been sending negativity your way. They have been wishing things upon you, talking badly about you, maybe even doing some sketchy stuff energetically. And you know what? All of that energy has completely boomeranged back to them. Like, the universe said, absolutely not, this person is protected, and sent everything right back to the sender. But here is where it gets really interesting. These people are not just dealing with the consequences quietly. Oh no, they are out here telling anyone who will listen that somehow you are the problem, that there is something dark around you, that they were told by spirits or dreams or whatever excuse they can come up with to bury you, to destroy your reputation, to take you down. Can you imagine the audacity of people who send negativity and then act shocked when karma shows up at their door instead of yours? I have been doing tarot for years now, and let me tell you, this kind of energy pattern is not uncommon. But when I see it this clearly in a reading, I know the universe is making a statement. Divine protection is real, and you have been wrapped in it, whether you even realized it or not. Before we get into the cards, I just want to say that if you have been feeling like something has been off, like there have been people working against you in ways you could not quite put your finger on, this reading is going to validate everything you have been sensing. Your intuition has been absolutely right. All right, so I shuffled the deck with your energy in mind, Taurus, and the cards that came through are so specific and so powerful. I pulled 6 cards for this reading, and each one is going to reveal a different layer of what is happening, why it is happening, and where things are heading for you. Let me start by pulling the first card and see what the foundation of this situation is. The first card that came through is the Empress. And honestly, when this card showed up, I had to smile because this is you, Taurus. This is your energy right now. The Empress is the ultimate symbol of abundance, fertility, creativity, and natural power. She does not have to force anything. She just is. She exists in her power. She creates beauty and abundance wherever she goes, and nature itself bends to support her. What I am seeing here is that you have been in a phase of your life where you are really coming into your own. Maybe you have been working on yourself, building something meaningful, nurturing relationships that actually matter, or just existing in a way that feels more authentic than ever before. You are not trying to prove anything to anyone anymore. You are just living your life, creating your reality, and honestly, thriving in ways that might not even be super obvious to others. But you know, you can feel the shift internally. And this is exactly what has been driving certain people absolutely insane. The Empress energy is magnetic. It attracts, it draws attention without even trying. And for people who are insecure, who are living in lack consciousness, who are stuck in their own negativity, seeing someone embody this kind of natural abundance and peace is like holding up a mirror to everything they are not. It triggers them on a deep level. So what did they do? They tried to dim your light. They sent negativity your way. Maybe they gossiped about you. Maybe they wished bad things on you. Maybe they even did some weird energetic stuff, lighting candles with bad intentions or whatever people do when they are that desperate and disconnected from their own power. They saw your Empress energy, and instead of being inspired by it, they wanted to destroy it because it reminded them of their own emptiness. But here is the thing about Empress energy, Taurus. It is protected by nature itself. When you are operating from a place of genuine love, creation, and authenticity, the universe does not let random negativity stick to you. It is like you have this invisible shield. Everything they tried to send your way, it could not penetrate. It could not land because you were not a vibrational match for it. Think about it like this. If someone is throwing mud at a lotus flower, the mud just slides right off because the lotus has this natural coating that repels dirt. That is you right now. You have been elevating your vibration, doing your inner work, and as a result, you have become energetically untouchable to people who operate on lower frequencies. What is even more interesting is that the Empress also represents fertility and manifestation. So while these people were busy trying to curse you or whatever, you were literally out here manifesting blessings. You were planting seeds for your future. You were nurturing your dreams. The contrast could not be more stark. They were focused on destruction. You were focused on creation. And the universe always sides with the creators, not the destroyers. I also want to point out something about the Empress that is really relevant here. She is often depicted as pregnant or surrounded by abundance. This symbolizes that you are literally pregnant with possibilities right now. There are things brewing in your life that have not fully materialized yet, but they are coming. And those people who have been trying to stop you, they are going to watch you give birth to the exact blessings they tried to prevent. How is that for cosmic justice? Another layer to this card is that the Empress is connected to the planet Venus, which actually rules your sign, Taurus. So this is double confirmation that we are talking about your energy specifically. You are in your element right now. You are in your power. And no amount of outside interference can change that because you are literally backed by your planetary ruler. The universe is saying, this one is mine, hands off. The people who have been coming against you probably sensed on some level that you are protected. Maybe they even had dreams or intuitive hits that warned them to leave you alone. But they were so consumed by their own jealousy and darkness that they ignored the warnings. And now they are dealing with the consequences of going up against someone who has divine backing. Let me pull the second card and see what is happening with these people who sent negativity your way. Oh, wow. Okay, the second card is King of Swords. This is fascinating because this card represents someone who is very mental, very calculating, very strategic. This is someone who does not just act on emotion. They think about what they are doing, they plot, they plan, they use their mind as a weapon. So what the cards are telling me is that the negativity sent your way was not just some random emotional outburst. This was calculated. This was intentional. There was someone, or maybe a couple of people, who sat down and actively decided they wanted to take you down. They thought about it. They talked about it. They maybe even collaborated with others about it. This was a mental game for them. King of Swords can represent someone who is very good with words, very sharp, very cutting. This might be someone who used their voice as a weapon against you. Spreading rumors, twisting truths, saying things designed to hurt your reputation or relationships. They are the type who knows exactly what to say to make you look bad while making themselves look reasonable or innocent. This person or these people probably presented themselves as logical, rational, maybe even as someone who was just being honest or concerned. But underneath that facade of rationality was pure malice. They used the appearance of being fair-minded to hide the fact that they were literally strategizing your downfall. What is interesting about the King of Swords in this position is that this card also represents consequences and justice. The King of Swords cuts through illusions. He reveals truth. And in this situation, the truth that is being revealed is their true intentions and their true character. The mask is coming off. People are starting to see them for who they really are. You see, when you operate with that level of calculated negativity, you leave a trail. You cannot be that intentionally harmful without people eventually noticing the pattern. Maybe they have done this to others before. Maybe they are doing it to others now. But slowly, surely, their reputation is crumbling. The very weapon they tried to use against you, their words and their mind, is now turning on them. The King of Swords reversed or working in shadow shows up as someone who is dealing with mental anguish. Their own thoughts are torturing them. They cannot stop thinking about you. They cannot stop obsessing over why nothing they did worked. Why are you still standing? Why are you still blessed? Why are you still moving forward while they feel stuck? And here is where it connects to what you mentioned about them telling people that a demon told them to bury you. This is literally their mental state right now. They are so disconnected from reality, so consumed by their own negativity, that they are having disturbing thoughts and dreams. And instead of recognizing that this is their own darkness reflecting back at them, their own conscience eating at them, they are projecting it outward. They are creating these narratives where somehow you are the dark one. You are the source of evil, because they cannot face the fact that they are the ones who brought darkness into the situation. It is actually a classic psychological defense mechanism. When people do terrible things, their subconscious mind will try to make them face it. They will have nightmares, they will have intrusive thoughts, they will feel anxiety and dread. But instead of doing the inner work to acknowledge what they have done and change, they externalize it. They blame someone else. They create elaborate stories about how they are actually the victim here. So when they are running around telling people that demons are talking to them about you, what they are really admitting to is that their own inner demons, their own shadow, is consuming them. And it is all because of what they tried to do to you. The guilt, the shame, the karmic weight of their actions is manifesting as psychological torment, and they are too far gone to recognize it for what it is. The King of Swords is also about mental clarity, eventually cutting through delusion. So while they are in this state of mental chaos right now, eventually the truth will cut through. Either they will have a moment of horrible realization about what they have done, or the people around them will see through their stories and recognize that this person has lost their grip on reality. You know what is really poetic about this? They used their mind to try to destroy you, and now their mind is destroying them. The very tool they weaponized has turned on its master. That is karma in its purest form. Let me pull the third card to see what the actual karmic consequence is that they are dealing with. The third card is justice. And honestly, I could not have asked for a more perfect card to show up here. Justice is literally the karma card. It is the card of cause and effect, of balance being restored, of people getting exactly what they deserve based on their actions. When justice shows up in a reading about someone who has wronged you, it is the universe saying loud and clear, I see what happened, I know the truth, and I am correcting the imbalance. You do not need to do anything. You do not need to seek revenge. You do not need to expose them. The universal law is handling it. What is happening right now is that every single ounce of negativity they sent your way has been measured, weighed, and returned to them with interest. That is how spiritual law works. You cannot put out darkness without it coming back to you. And because you were protected, because that energy could not stick to you, it had nowhere to go but back to the source. Imagine it like this. They shot an arrow at you, but you had an invisible shield. The arrow bounced off and came right back at them. Except it is not just one arrow. It is every negative thought, every bad wish, every harmful word, every bit of energy they sent out. All of it is returning to them multiplied. And this is why they are in such chaos right now. This is why they are having these disturbing experiences and thoughts. This is why they feel like their life is falling apart, because energetically they are being crushed under the weight of their own karma. They literally did this to themselves. Justice is represented by Libra energy, which is all about balance. And right now, the scales are balancing. For however long they got away with their behavior, for however long they thought they were clever and untouchable, that time is over. The bill has come due. The universe is balancing the books. What I find really powerful about justice in this reading is that this card is also about truth coming to light. It is not just that they are suffering consequences privately. No, their truth is being revealed. People are finding out who they really are. Their mask is slipping. Their reputation is crumbling. The very thing they tried to do to you, destroy your reputation and credibility, is happening to them instead. You mentioned they are going around telling people crazy stories about demons and burying you. On the surface, this might seem scary or concerning, but actually, this is justice playing out. Because when someone starts talking like that, they do not sound credible. They sound unhinged. They sound obsessed. They sound guilty. Think about it. An innocent person does not go around creating elaborate supernatural explanations for their actions. An innocent person does not obsess over someone to the point of involving demons and burial metaphors. That is the behavior of someone whose conscience is destroying them. That is the behavior of someone who knows what they did was wrong and is trying to rewrite the narrative to make themselves the victim or the righteous one. But here is the thing, people are not stupid. When someone is going around with stories that wild, it raises red flags. People start wondering, why are they so obsessed with this person? Why are they creating these dramatic narratives? What did they actually do? The attention they are trying to direct at you is actually backfiring and putting a spotlight on their own suspicious behavior. Justice is also about legal matters and official consequences sometimes. So depending on the situation, there might even be real-world repercussions for them beyond just energetic karma. Maybe they get exposed in a way that affects their job, their relationships, their standing in the community. Maybe people start speaking up about their own experiences with this person. The truth has a way of coming out when justice is at play. For you, Taurus, this card is confirmation that you do not need to defend yourself. You do not need to engage with their crazy stories. You do not need to fight back. Justice is fighting for you. The truth is fighting for you. All you need to do is keep living your life, keep being authentic, keep embodying that Empress energy we talked about earlier. The universe is handling the rest. One more thing about justice that I think is important here. This card often shows up when there has been a long period of imbalance. This probably is not the first time these people have done something like this, either to you or to others. There has likely been a pattern of behavior that has been building up, and justice does not always strike immediately. Sometimes it takes time for the full weight of karma to accumulate. But when it does hit, it hits hard, and that is what is happening right now. All their past actions, all their past negativity, all of it is catching up to them at once. Let me pull the fourth card to see what your role is in all of this and how you should be moving forward. The fourth card is the Chariot. Okay, now this is powerful. The Chariot is all about victory, momentum, and moving forward with confidence. This card is telling you that while all this karmic justice is playing out for them, you need to keep your eyes on your path. You need to keep moving forward. You need to stay in your lane and focus on your journey. The Chariot represents someone who has control over opposing forces. If you look at the traditional imagery, there is usually a figure steering two sphinxes or horses, one black and one white, representing opposing energies. But the charioteer is in control. They are directing these forces with willpower and focus. In your situation, this means you have the power to control how this situation affects you. You could get dragged into the drama. You could spend your energy defending yourself or trying to expose them. You could let their crazy stories and behavior distract you from your goals. Or you could stay focused on where you are going, trust that truth will prevail without your involvement, and keep building the life you want. The Chariot is saying, choose the second option. Keep moving forward. Do not let their chaos slow you down. Do not let their obsession with you become your obsession with them. You have places to go, things to accomplish, a destiny to fulfill. They are a speed bump, not a roadblock, and honestly, you are in such a powerful vehicle right now that you can just drive right over that speed bump without even slowing down. What I love about the Chariot in this reading is that it is a card of public victory. This is not just about you knowing you won. This is about everyone seeing you win. While they are falling apart and losing credibility, you are going to be out here visibly succeeding, visibly thriving, visibly blessed. The contrast is going to be undeniable. The Chariot is also ruled by Cancer, which is a protective energy. So this ties back to what we talked about with the Empress. You are protected, you have been protected this whole time, and now you are moving forward with that protection surrounding you like armor. Nothing can touch you, nothing can stop you. I am also getting that the Chariot represents a level of determination and willpower that your enemies simply do not have. They wasted their energy on negativity and destruction. You have been using your energy to build and create and move toward your goals. They are exhausted from their own toxicity. You are energized by your purpose and vision. That is why you are moving forward, and they are stuck spiraling. Another aspect of the Chariot is about being a spiritual warrior. This does not mean you are fighting in a traditional sense. It means you are fighting for your right to peace, your right to success, your right to live your life without interference from toxic people. And you are winning that fight simply by refusing to engage with their level of consciousness. There is also something here about travel or movement, either literal or metaphorical. You might be entering a phase where you are physically moving away from these people or this situation. Or you might be moving into a new chapter of your life that is so different, so elevated, that these people and their drama become completely irrelevant to your reality. They will still be stuck in the past, obsessing over you, while you are already miles ahead living your best life. The Chariot is card number 7 in the major arcana, and 7 is a deeply spiritual number. It represents divine order, inner wisdom, and spiritual completion. So your victory here is not just a worldly victory, it is a spiritual one. You are proving that when you are aligned with divine will, when you are living authentically and from a place of love, you are literally unstoppable. No amount of human interference can derail what the universe has planned for you. For anyone watching this who has been feeling defeated or discouraged by what others have done to them, the Chariot is your reminder that you have not lost anything. You are still in the race. You are still moving toward your destination. And actually, all the obstacles and opposition you have faced have made you stronger. They have taught you resilience. They have shown you who you really are. They have revealed your power. So in a way, these people did you a favor by challenging you because you discovered that you are way more powerful than you ever knew. Let me pull the 5th card to see what the ultimate outcome of this whole situation is. The 5th card is Ace of Cups. Oh my goodness, Taurus, this is beautiful. After everything we have just talked about, after all the darkness and negativity that has been sent your way, the universe is saying that what is coming for you is pure, overflowing, divine love and emotional fulfillment. And the Ace of Cups represents new beginnings in the emotional realm. This could be a new relationship, a deepening of an existing connection, a new level of self-love, or just a general feeling of emotional abundance and peace. It is the universe saying, you have been through the storm, now here is your rainbow. What is really significant about this card showing up here is that it proves what we have been talking about. While your enemies were focused on trying to destroy you, the universe was preparing blessings for you. While they were sending negativity, the universe was sending love. The contrast could not be more clear. They chose darkness. You are receiving light. The Ace of Cups is often depicted as a chalice, overflowing with water, sometimes with a dove descending into it, representing the Holy Spirit or divine love. This is not just ordinary happiness. This is sacred joy. This is spiritually ordained emotional fulfillment. This is the universe saying, you are worthy of love. You are deserving of happiness, and I am delivering it to you personally. For some of you, this could very literally be a new romantic relationship entering your life. And after dealing with people who have been so toxic and negative towards you, this new person is going to be like a breath of fresh air. Someone who sees your value, who appreciates your energy, who treats you with the respect and love you deserve. Someone who restores your faith in human connection. For others, this might be about an existing relationship reaching a new level of depth and intimacy. Maybe you and your partner are going to move through something together that brings you closer. Maybe you are going to have important conversations that create more emotional safety and vulnerability between you. The Ace of Cups is about hearts opening, walls coming down, love flowing freely. And even if romance is not your focus right now, the Ace of Cups can represent creative inspiration, spiritual connection, or deep friendships. Basically, any area of your life where you give and receive love is about to be blessed. You might feel more connected to your purpose, more in tune with your intuition, more emotionally available and present. What I find really poetic about this card in this reading is that it is the opposite of everything your enemies tried to do to you. They tried to make you feel unloved, unwanted, cursed. The universe is responding by literally pouring love into your life until your cup overflows. They tried to isolate you and ruin your connections. The universe is bringing people into your life who genuinely care about you. They tried to drain your emotional energy. The universe is refilling you with emotional vitality and joy. The Ace of Cups is also about forgiveness and compassion, but not in the way people might think. This is not the universe asking you to forgive the people who wronged you or to have compassion for their situation. This is about you forgiving yourself for anything you might have blamed yourself for and having compassion for your own journey. It is about you releasing any remaining emotional weight from this situation and opening yourself up to receive good things again. Sometimes when we have been through a period of attack or negativity from others, we unconsciously close ourselves off. We build walls to protect ourselves, and those walls keep out the bad, but they also keep out the good. The Ace of Cups is the universe inviting you to soften again, to open again, to trust again. Because there are beautiful things trying to reach you, but they can only come in if you are receptive. This card is also about intuition and psychic ability. Cups represent water, and water is the element of emotion and intuition. So you might find that your intuitive gifts are getting stronger. You might be dreaming more, feeling more, sensing things before they happen. This is actually your spiritual protection system upgrading. You are becoming more sensitive to energy, which means you will be able to detect negativity before it gets close to you in the future. You are developing spiritual discernment. I also want to point out that the Ace of Cups is the first card in the Cups suit, which means it is a new beginning. You are starting a whole new chapter emotionally and spiritually. The old chapter, with all its drama and darkness, is over. You are not going back to that energy. You are not entertaining those people or their chaos anymore. You are moving into something completely fresh and pure. For those people who tried to curse you, seeing you happy and fulfilled is going to be the worst possible outcome for them. They wanted to see you suffering. Instead, they are going to watch you thriving emotionally. They are going to see you surrounded by love. They are going to witness the universe blessing you in the exact areas they tried to curse you, and that is going to drive them absolutely crazy, but it is also going to be undeniable proof to them and to everyone watching that you are protected, you are favored, and messing with you was the worst mistake they could have made. Let me pull the sixth and final card to see what message Spirit wants to leave you with. The final card is the Lovers. Wow. Okay, Taurus, the universe is really making a statement with this final card. The Lovers is about divine union, alignment, and making choices that honor your highest good. This is the universe saying that you are entering a phase of your life where you are in complete harmony with your true self and your true path. The Lovers card is often associated with romantic relationships, and yes, that is part of its meaning. But on a deeper level, the Lovers is about the integration of all parts of yourself. It is about your masculine and feminine energies coming into balance. It is about your heart and mind working together. It is about you being in a loving relationship with yourself first, and from that place of wholeness, attracting healthy love from others. What is really significant about the Lovers showing up as the final card in this reading is that it represents choice. In the traditional imagery, there is often a figure standing at a crossroads, choosing between two paths. One path represents temptation, ego, fear. The other represents love, truth, alignment with the divine. The message here is that you have been making the right choices. While those other people chose the low road, you chose the high road. While they chose revenge and negativity, you chose peace and integrity. While they chose to operate from fear and lack, you chose to operate from love and abundance. And because of the choices you made, you are now being rewarded with divine blessings. The Lovers is ruled by Gemini, which is an air sign associated with communication and mental clarity. After all the confusion and chaos these people tried to create, after all their lies and manipulations, you are going to receive clarity. The truth is going to be crystal clear, not just to you, but to everyone involved. Communication channels are opening up in your life, whether that is better communication in your relationships, clearer communication with the divine, or just your own inner voice becoming clearer and stronger. This card is also deeply connected to the idea of soulmates and divine partnerships. So some of you might literally be about to meet or deepen your connection with a soulmate. This is someone who is meant to be in your life, someone who reflects back your own light, someone who supports your growth and evolution. The universe is saying that the love you have been calling in is on its way, and it is going to be even better than you imagined because it is divinely orchestrated. For those of you already in relationships, the Lovers indicates a renewal of your connection. You and your partner might go through something that reminds you why you chose each other. You might rediscover aspects of each other that you had forgotten. The love between you is being blessed and strengthened by the divine. But beyond romantic love, the Lovers is also about loving your life, loving your choices, loving your path. It is about looking at where you are and feeling genuinely grateful and excited about your present and your future. After everything you have been through, after all the attacks and negativity, you are coming out the other side with more love in your heart than ever before. Not bitterness, not resentment, not fear. Love. And that is the ultimate victory. What strikes me about the Lovers as the final card is that it is the complete opposite of where your enemies are. They are stuck in hatred, obsession, mental torment. You are moving into love, freedom, joy. They are dealing with karmic consequences and falling apart. You are being lifted up and blessed. The contrast is stark, and it is intentional. The universe is showing everyone who is paying attention what happens when you choose light versus what happens when you choose darkness. The Lovers also carries a message about divine intervention and protection. In some versions of this card, there is an angel or archangel present, blessing the union or the choice being made. This is confirmation that you have angelic protection around you. Those people who tried to curse you were not just going up against you. They were going up against your spiritual protection team, your angels, your guides, the universe itself. No wonder they failed so miserably. I also want to touch on something important about the Lovers in relation to the theme of this reading. You mentioned that these people are running around saying that a demon told them to bury you. The Lovers card is the answer to that. Love is the opposite of demonic energy. Love is the highest vibration. Love is what casts out fear and darkness. So the fact that the Lovers is your final card is the universe saying loud and clear, there is nothing dark about you. You are surrounded by light and love. Anyone who sees demons when they look at you is projecting their own inner darkness. You are innocent, you are pure-hearted, and you are blessed. For anyone who has ever been slandered or had lies told about them, the Lovers is your vindication. The truth of who you are, the love in your heart, the purity of your intentions, all of that is going to be revealed and recognized. You do not have to defend yourself because your energy speaks for itself. People who are truly connected to Source, people who have spiritual discernment, can feel your vibration and they know you are genuine. As we close out this reading, I want you to really sit with these 6 cards together. The Empress, showing your natural power and abundance. King of Swords, revealing the calculated nature of those who came against you and their current mental torment. Justice, confirming that karma is real and it is being served. The Chariot, urging you to keep moving forward with confidence. Ace of Cups, promising emotional fulfillment and new beginnings in love. And the Lovers, blessing your choices and your path with divine love and protection. This is the story the universe is telling you, Taurus. You are protected, you are blessed, you are loved, and you are winning. Not because you fought back or sought revenge, but because you stayed true to yourself and trusted that the universe had your back. And it did. And it does. And it always will. Those people who tried to destroy you, they are destroying themselves with their own negativity. You do not have to do anything. Justice is handling them. Karma is handling them. Their own consciousness is handling them. Your only job is to keep being the beautiful, abundant, loving soul that you are. Keep creating. Keep nurturing. Keep moving forward. Keep opening your heart. The universe is literally rolling out a red carpet of blessings for you. And to anyone watching this who needed to hear this message, I hope you feel validated, empowered, and deeply loved by the universe right now. You are not crazy for sensing that something was off. You are not paranoid for feeling like people were working against you. Your intuition was right. And now you know that the universe saw everything, and the universe is correcting everything. I appreciate you being here and spending this time with me exploring these energies. If this resonated with you, I would love to hear about it. Drop a comment and let me know which card spoke to you the most. And remember, you are so much more powerful than you know, and you are so deeply protected and loved. Until next time, keep shining, keep trusting, and keep embodying that beautiful Empress energy that is your birthright.